What's good, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be talking about 5 tips in order to make more money on DoorDash. Let's go. If you don't know me, I'm a 22-year-old entrepreneur, content creator, and tech enthusiast. I make videos testing expert advice, reviewing products, and sharing my experiences so that it can help you in your own business. All of these tips directly affect either how you're spending your money or how much you're making. And you'll see in a quick second how they can really affect your amount of money that you make hourly and just total altogether. Tip number 1, keep track of your expenses. Now, the greatest thing you can do is keep track of your expenses. I recommend an app called Expensify. There are millions of apps where you can track your expenses. You might have to pay a fee, but the greatest thing you can do is keep track of how much money you're spending on gas, keep track of how much money you're spending on food, etc. You should be doing that in your personal life, just keeping track of everything that you spend throughout the month. With DoorDash, the easiest way is to track mileage, track gas, repairs, oil changes, car washes, whatever it is, you can track that. Number 2, pack snacks. The easiest thing you can do is pack snacks. Now, by snacks, I don't mean eat a bunch of chips and stuff in your car. I don't recommend that. I would recommend healthy snacks like sunflower seeds, raw, unsalted, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, whatever you can pack. I would recommend packing those snacks. Pack a lunch, pack a snacks, whatever you can, because you will be on the road for a while. You will be smelling food. I've been there, trust me, plenty of times. You don't want to be there. Let's just say you make $90 in a day in like 4 hours. Great. You did a good thing. 4 or 5 hours, you did a great thing. You average about $22 an hour, $23 an hour, and you want to celebrate. So you go out there and go buy a Chick-fil-A sandwich. A combo costs $11 because you bought the lemonade, you got large fries, whatever it was. Now your total that you made that day is now down to $79. $79 in 4 hours. What did I say? Yeah, $79 in 4 hours is now under $20 an hour. Now you're at 19 something dollars an hour when you would have been at 25 or 23. So you want to just keep being mindful of what you spend out there. Number 3, I would recommend being a top dasher. Now, being a top dasher basically means that you have there's 3 criteria to it. You've completed 100 deliveries within the month. I think your completion percentage has to be above 90%, if I'm not mistaken. I'll correct it when I'm editing this video. And I think you have to have like above a 4.7 star rating for the month. Then you can become top dasher. Now, the perks of being a top dasher, basically you get priority on orders. Not only do you get priority on the orders, but you get to get online whenever you want to. Now, if you're not familiar with DoorDash, but this is for people who are, you know how it might be to try to schedule a dash. Sometimes it's not available, you get offline, and when you get offline, you can't get back on for 30 more minutes. With Top Dasher, you don't have to worry about that. You can get online whenever you want to, and that's the perks. So that directly affects your money, because sometimes you'll be sitting there for 30 minutes without an order. And you don't want to be sitting there for 30 minutes without an order. You want to be working all times whenever you can. You want to schedule your dash whenever you can. You don't want to get online at 4:30 when you're supposed to get online at 3 o'clock because you can't find a dash. Being top dasher diminishes all of those things, and you don't have to worry about it. You make money when you want to make it, and usually you get better orders sent to you. Number 4 is my personal rule. $2 per mile rule. And now, basically, if you do a calculation, $2 per mile is basically, if you have a $10 order, you want to take a order that's no longer than 5 miles. Now, the reason why I say that is because usually when you're doing an order, and let's say you're in a shopping center, you receive an order, that order is going to be 5 miles out. Probably might take you between 15 and 30 minutes to complete that one order. $10 is great for 5 miles. And usually it doesn't happen that way, but you want to aim high, and if you can't get that, you can't get that. But let's just, for example, $10 for 5 miles. That 5 miles one way, you're also going to have to come 5 miles back whenever you go back to that shopping center, if you're directed back to that shopping center. Now, if it's a slow day, most likely you're going to be directed back to that shopping center. And in that case, it'll take 30 minutes for you to complete that order altogether. 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how quick the restaurant was and depending on how quick you were. Do you really want to make $6 in 30 minutes if you take a 5-mile order? $7 in 30 minutes? That's half of an hour. If you take 2 of those same orders, you'll be making $14 an hour. $7 is a cool order. But if you think about how much time it takes for you to complete that order, then you're in a situation where you want to be mindful. You just want to be mindful of how many orders you can take in an hour and how long it's going to take you in total to get from there and back. And the last and final tip I can give you guys, keep AC use to a limit. And I know there's some places where you just have to use AC. I get it. I live in Riverside, California, so sometimes it does get a little buggy. It gets a little hot. It gets a little, you know what I'm saying? It gets hot. But if you want to save the most amount of money, keep that AC use to a limit and use your windows. Roll down your windows. Do something about it. Air the car out before you start driving, because you don't want to use your AC. When you're blasting your AC for 5-6 hours, you're decreasing your miles per gallon by 10s, 15s. Like you're depleting your gas tank because your car's having to work harder, especially if you live in a city like Riverside where you have to go up and down hill. Those are my 5 tips. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys want to know more videos about entrepreneurship, tech, anything in that nature, subscribe. Put your notifications on, and I'm gonna be making more videos about entrepreneurship, finance, DoorDash, all the above. Let's go.